Welcome to Gentle Restorative Yoga. My name is Sandra, and I would love for you to just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, keep holding, keep holding. Okay, let it go. And then just sit in your space for a moment. Sometimes all we need to let go and relax is a fabulous deep breath. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Let's hold it again. Find your peace, find your happy place. Keep holding. Okay, exhale through the mouth. And then go ahead and take the arms all the way up. Bring the palms together and release them to your heart. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to just pause there for a second. Don't jump into your intention. Really think about your intention and the wording of it. Make sure it's positively worded. And perhaps it's something very relevant to your world right now. Maybe it's something you need to ask for, of course, in a phrasing way of gratitude. But think about the intention for a moment, because we're going to do a little bit of Yoga Nidra later, and the Sankalpa, the intention is very important to that practice. And that's not to say that you can't change your intention by the time we get there, but I thought if we gave it a little bit of thought right now, and perhaps it doesn't even need to change. So just go within for a breath or two. When you're ready, go ahead and put that intention out to the universe. When you're done, go ahead and release the backs of your hands to rest on your knees. I'll wait another moment in case you're still working on that. And then sitting up nice and tall, take that right arm across the heart, drop the shoulder down as you stretch the arm out. And then I'm going to take my gaze to look towards that right hand. Push the left sit bone down into the earth, but let the right shoulder start to pull in the opposite direction. So a little side stretch on the left side. Deepen the breath, a belly breath. Feel the breath moving in and out. And then slowly bring the spine back to center. As you release that right arm, will you take it around behind you? I'm going to turn sideways for a moment. See if that hand can come all the way over to the left hip. And then I'm going to put my palms together, interlace the fingers, and draw both elbows in towards each other. So you might notice the heart moving forward here. That's fine. Close your eyes, breathe. Feel the shoulder blades drawing in. While you're here, will you notice which leg you have in front? And then I'm going to slowly keep my hands together, but stretch the arms out and down in Yoga Mudra. I'm going to drop the head. Let's make this option A. Option B, perhaps you just want to play around with the arms a little bit. You can see if the arms will lift out behind you. Of course, don't force it, right? In Yoga Mudra, we're trying to pull the upper arms towards each other energetically. So for a lot of people, the hands are not going to come together very easily. You might find that your hands are wide open to get the arms back here. That's fine, but work on pulling the upper arms towards each other instead of getting the height. Okay, so we have this as option B perhaps. Option C is going to be to hinge forward into a fold, letting the arms go wherever they want. Deep inhale. Let it go. Let the hands and the wrists pull you all the way back up if you took that fold. And then release the arms. Shake them out. Now, before we do the other side, will you please switch which leg you have in front? Take that left arm across the heart, drop the shoulder. Other hand will help you stretch it out. Turn the gaze to look at the left fingers. Push the right sit bone down into the earth. Let the left shoulder lean away. Deepen the breath. And then gently make your way back up. That left arm is going to peacefully sweep around behind you to find that right hip. Palms together, interlace the fingers, pull both shoulders back and in towards each other. Breathe into the heart space that just opened up here. And then remember, we kept the hands together, but we allowed the arms to straighten out behind us in Yoga Mudra. And then drop the chin down for a moment. Remember, this was option A. Option B, you could bring the head back up to center if you want to. But option B was about lifting the arms out behind you and not applying any judgment if they only move 1/4 of an inch. It is what it is. Breathe. Option C then is going to be to lengthen, hinge forward, and take this into a fold. Inhale. Exhale. Let the hands pull you all the way back up. Release the arms and shake them out. Perfect. Okay, so from here, right leg is stretching out in front of you. Go ahead and keep that left foot tucked in. I'm going to take my right hand to the inside of the right calf. Left hand's going behind me. I'm going to sit up nice and tall and push off of the right leg with the hand so I can open up into a twist. Keep pulling that left shoulder back. See if you can look over the left shoulder. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring the heart back to center. The hands are switching places. The right hand's reaching behind you. Left hand is coming to the outside of the right calf. So I want to sit up really tall here. Flex that front foot. We're going to take a twist first. So take that twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder. And then, of course, when you get to that next exhale, release the twist. I'm keeping my hands where they are. I want to sit up nice and tall. And the left hand is just going to gently slide down the leg, taking me into a fold. My right arm's just going to keep reaching behind me. You can bend the knee if you want to, right? So come on down, take your time. It's our first fold. Work your way into it. And then just start sliding that left hand in towards you. Come on up. And we're going to just take the hands behind us, fingers facing in. Plant the right foot, plant that left foot. They're hip distance apart. And we're gently lifting up into tabletop, or some call it reverse table. Hips are lifting. If you can keep the neck neutral while you're looking right up at the ceiling, that would be fabulous. However, this might make your neck really tired. So if you need to tuck the chin in, that's okay as well. One more breath here. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Stretch out that left leg, invite the right foot in. And then left hand to the inner left leg, right hand behind you. Inhale, always find your length first. Exhale, take that twist to the right, gaze over the shoulder. And then, of course, we always release a twist on an exhale. So when you get to your exhale, go ahead, release. Let the hands switch places, although the right hand now is coming to the outside of the leg. Sit up tall, make sure that front foot is flexed. Take the twist to the left. When you're ready, peacefully bring the heart back to center, but keep the hands where they are. As you lengthen, you're going to hinge forward. Let that right hand travel down the leg, come into your fold. And then again, slowly make your way back up. Both hands will find their spots behind you, fingers facing in. Plant one foot, then the other. We're coming back to tabletop, but set up that alignment first. Shoulders are back. Inhale, push the earth away, lift the hips up. Do not hold the breath here. This is a happy place. Keep lifting. Life is good. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly. Bring the hips back down. I'm coming down onto my forearms and my elbows for anchored boat. So I want to keep the back long. You know, if you can't keep lifting the back a little bit and you find that you're caving, boy, if I knew where a block was. Oh, there it is. You could take a block and just perch it right behind you to help hold your back in place. So you can lower that a little too, it doesn't matter. But we do want to try to stop the back from rounding out. Anyway, find your balance here, lift the legs up. Shins are parallel to the floor. Let's flex the feet here, breathe. Anchored boat, nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Let's go ahead and start to drop the legs to the right. I'm only coming down about 45 degrees. Hold it right there. And just be careful through the transitions that the spine doesn't end up rounding out on you. Come back through center. Take knees 45 degrees to the other side. And then right back to center, setting the feet down, pushing your way back up to a seated position. If you have a bolster, I would love for you to grab that. If you don't, anything out in front of you would suffice. And if you have nothing around you in which to grab, don't worry about it. The floor is perfectly fine. So I have my bolster directly in front of me. I have my legs in Sukhasana or Siddhasana, but they're changing, so don't worry about that. I want to sit up tall and grab that right leg, cradle it in. You don't have to hook the foot and the elbow if you don't want to. You might be holding it with the left hand. It's possible this leg doesn't want to get too close. That's okay. Yeah, wherever you're at is fine. Close your eyes. We're breathing in peace. We're letting go of judgment. And then when you're ready, I'm going to slowly release the right leg and I'm going to let it open off to my right side. That bolster's there to make things happy and comfortable. So go ahead and come forward and find a place to rest here. Now, of course, if the bolster is not cooperating because it's too far away from you, we can prop it up. If you have 2 blocks, I can see my other one across the room, so I'm not going to go grab it, but you could add to the height of the bolster underneath it. You could certainly add to the height of the bolster on top of it. But find your happy place. Close your eyes and settle in. So I mentioned that probably about halfway through this class, we're going to do some Yoga Nidra, which is yogic sleep. It's finding that place between being asleep and being awake, and finding a way to stay focused within that space. So therein lies the challenge, because very hard not to fall asleep in Yoga Nidra. And frankly, if you do, it just tells me that that's what your body needed from you in that moment. So we continue to let go of judgment in not only tonight's practice, but of course all yoga practices. So if you fall asleep, don't worry about it. Rest assured you heard whatever needed to be heard. Take a deep breath where you're at. And gently push your way back up. I'm going to take this right leg, send it over the bolster. I need to draw mine in a little bit closer. I want that to be comfortably underneath the right knee. Sit up tall again. It doesn't really matter to me if you keep the foot flexed here or if you want it just to be relaxed. We're hinging forward over the right leg in a fold here. As you're ready, you can rise back up. I'm going to draw that right leg back in. Shift my weight over so I can grab a hold of that left leg. I want to cradle this one in. Again, we're trying not to round out the back. Do your best, sit up tall. That leg does not have to come in close, right? And if that's what's causing you to round out, give it its space. You can add some movement here too if the hips are tight. When you're ready, slowly release that left leg, open it off about 45 degrees to the left side. Align that bolster where you need it, add whatever else you need to gain some height, and then come on forward into a fold. When you're ready, go ahead, come back up. Take that left leg, bring it right over the bolster. Position that where you need it so the knee feels safe and happy. Find your length, and then come forward into a fold. Close your eyes. Take another deep breath there. And slowly make your way back up. All right, we're going to set that bolster aside for a moment. Find your way into table. Will you hands and knees? Couple transitions through cat-cow. And then take cat-cow in more of a circular motion. Pick a direction that you want to send the ribs out to and just let your energy follow that. We'll switch directions in a second. Close your eyes here, smile. Switch directions. And then come back to a neutral space. Tuck the toes. Let's find downward facing dog right here. Walk it out. And then gently drop the knees and push back into child's pose. Take a couple more breaths right there. And then go ahead and walk the hands in as you rise back up onto the heels. We're going to free the legs. I want you to grab any props that you have. Let's grab them all, slide them over. You don't need the strap. Just have everything within reach. Perfect. And then before I do anything else, I'm just going to slide that bolster back in front of me, taking my feet up on top into cobbler. So you might need to back up for this. You might find, no, I need to get closer and hold my balance. You could get your hands on the other side of that bolster. Doesn't matter. But sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes here. I want to lengthen out the breath. And I want to use the breath as a point of focus. Of course, with all of us working from home, I apologize for all the external sounds that I have no control over, but use them as methods of deepening where you allow yourself to go, especially as we head into Yoga Nidra. So you might want to add some upper body movement here. You could grab the edges of the bolster, use that to guide your movement if you want to. If you're sitting farther back, the bolster's not quite as reachable, so grab the front of the ankles and just let the upper body sway. You might feel like one side needs some more attention than the other, so you can stay right there. And then go ahead and stretch out the legs right over that bolster. Inhale the arms up. Bring the palms together. Take them to the crown chakra. Try namaste. Inhale. Exhale to the third eye, ajna. Inhale. Exhale to the heart. And then keeping the palms together, just rotate the hands so the fingertips point toward the feet. And we'll just let the arms and hands guide us into a fold right here. focus on the breath again. Can you feel the body sinking on the exhales? Letting go. Start to let go. As we head into Yoga Nidra, we're going to want to try to stay focused on what I'm saying. You'll be, I combined two words there, mostly focused on what my voice is saying to you, asking you to do. But to get there, we need to let go of everything else. Softening the body, letting go of life outside of your mat. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it go. We're going to slowly make our way back up. And then this part's up to you. You're going to need to be a little creative here. I want you to set up your space for Shavasana, essentially. Depending on the temperature of the room you're in, you might want to grab a blanket and use that to completely cover up with. You might want the bolster or something under your knees, especially if your back does not like to lay flat for a good half hour, 40 minutes. If you want a pillow, grab that too. So this is up to you. Set up your space, get super comfortable. Yes, I think this is what I would do if I was going to stay down here with you, but alas, somebody has to guide the Yoga Nidra, right? I really want you to make sure the entire body is comfortable. So do a little scan. Check with the legs, check with the feet, the knees, the hips, the back, the arms, the head, the neck. Make sure you let the eyes close. So again, Yoga Nidra is the practice of finding the state of consciousness between sleep and being awake. My intention for you is to focus on my voice and follow what I'm explaining to you or asking you to do. But I'm well aware that we have these thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere and interrupt our focus. If that should happen to you, as always, just acknowledge the thought, send it on its way like a cloud drifting through the sky, and come back to my voice. I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow the body to grow heavy. You can feel the muscles letting go, softening like melted butter, my favorite food group. Imagine that your body is gently sinking into the floor. The heavier the body feels, the deeper your relaxation. I would like you to recognize that you are in a safe space and that everything is okay. We are okay with not needing to do anything. We are okay with not needing to move. We're okay with not having to be somewhere or take care of a to-do list. We're letting all of that go. So with your eyes closed, I would love for you to become aware of some of the sounds that you might hear that are very close to you. So sounds that you hear in your own room. And with all of us in our own houses, this will be a different experience for everybody. You might hear clocks ticking. You might hear pets running by. Perhaps you can, hear your family members in another room. Perhaps you've brought your focus so close to yourself that you hear your breath or even your heartbeat. And then allow your focus to gradually shift to the distant sounds. And that could include anything you hear from my space. I hear the lawnmowers outside. So what do you hear in the distance, and can you follow that sound for a moment? And should you hear another distant sound, allow the focus to switch. And then, still keeping your eyes closed, I want you to visualize the room that you're in. Can you see the ceiling? Can you see the walls? And then I want you to imagine that you are up near the ceiling, not your physical body, your mind, looking down at your physical body lying in its space. I want you to notice the position in which you chose to arrange yourself. I want you to notice how your hair falls upon the mat. I want you to notice how peaceful your face looks. Feel the muscles soften as you even acknowledge that. Allow the jaw to soften, the tongue to relax. Feel yourself going even deeper while still maintaining focus on my voice. Now take your awareness to your breath, whatever that means to you. Becoming aware of your natural and spontaneous breath as you invite the air in and as you let it go. Feel the breath in the abdomen. Feel the breath in the chest. And feel the breath as it moves in and out through the nose. And then allow your focus to shift to the base of the spine, so that in a moment we can inhale from the root chakra, the base of the spine, slide that breath all the way up the spinal cord until it reaches the highest part of your neck, just under the skull. And then we'll exhale from that point back down. So empty out the lungs. Inhale from the root chakra, slide that inhale up the spine, all the way up through the neck. It stops just under the skull, and then exhale it back down. Do that 3 more times. And then when you're done, allow the next couple of breaths to feel like you're inhaling with your entire body and you're exhaling with the whole body. In Yoga Nidra, the sankalpa, the intention, is extremely important. And generally, you say the sankalpa 3 times in a row. I guess it's going to depend on how lengthy your intention is. I want you to think about the intention that you set at the beginning of class. Is that the one you want to stick with? Or do you want to change it up? All I ask of you is that it's an intention of gratitude and it's worded in a positive way. So it might sound something like, it is my intention to be grateful for this experience. It is my intention to relax as completely as I can, yet stay awake and focused on the voice I hear. It can be completely different. You decide. I'll give you a moment. And then say to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am awake and relaxed. And so now we move into the next part of Yoga Nidra, which is kind of a rotation of consciousness. We're going to go through the body, and as I say a body part, I want you to take your focus directly there. I'm going to go pretty quickly. That's to keep your attention. You can even, if you want to, repeat the body part in your head if that helps you maintain the focus. So, starting with the right side of the body, I want to start with the right thumb, right index finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, right pinky, the palm on the right hand, the forearm on the right arm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, and the right shoulder. Take your focus down into the right foot, the right big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth, and the fifth. Take your focus to the top of the right foot, to the sole of the right foot, to the right ankle, right shin, right calf, right knee, right thigh, and right hip. Taking your focus up into the head, the right ear, right temple, right eye, right cheekbone, right side of the jaw. Deep breath in and let it go. Taking your focus into the left hand, the left thumb, left index finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left pinky finger, the palm on the left hand, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder. Taking your focus to the left foot, starting with the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, and fifth. Take your focus to the top of the left foot, the sole of the left foot, left ankle, left shin, left calf, left knee, left thigh, and left hip. Bring your focus up towards the left ear, left temple, left eye, left cheek, left side of the jaw. Inhale and let it go. Take your focus to feeling and noticing both legs, both arms, both ears, both eyes. Take your focus to the chin, the neck, the collarbone, the chest, the ribs, and the stomach. Take your focus to the shoulder blades and the space between the shoulder blades, to the entire length of your back, to the entire back side, entire front side. Take a deep breath and let it go. And taking your focus to your closed eyes, imagining that you can see something like a movie screen, perhaps. Notice what images, maybe colors, maybe shapes, play upon that movie screen. Here, you're attempting to just notice what you're seeing without directing it. Allow the colors, the lights, the shapes, the images to be a manifestation of the mind. So we're just noticing what's appearing. And then bringing your attention, your focus back to my voice, allowing your mind to travel to whatever you hear me say, visualizing whatever I say, how you want to see it. A desert, a pool of water, a red feather, a fluffy cloud, a yellow daffodil, a fuzzy kitten, a smooth rock, a beautiful crystal, sunshine, the moon, green grass, a field, the ocean waves, a hawk, a fox, a hummingbird, a sunflower, a mountain range, a dark sky, a light sky, a puppy, a barn, your dinner, a glass of water, a pink flower, a tall tree. Take a deep breath and let go. At this point, I would ask that you repeat your sankalpa, your intention, 3 times. And then we shift our awareness to concentrate on the breath. We're going to start with the number 12. And so what you're going to say to yourself is, I'm inhaling 12, I'm exhaling 12. I'm inhaling 11, I'm exhaling 11. It sounds easy. But when the thoughts pop in and distract you from your counting, and you become aware of that, I need you to start over with 12. Please do not get discouraged if you don't make it to 0, especially if you don't make it there by the time you hear my voice again. So I set you free. Go ahead and begin. Wherever you're at and you're counting, let it go. Let it go without judgment, without frustration. If that was very easy for you, next time start with a higher number so that you can allow yourself to really explore that exercise. I want you to take your focus to the third eye chakra between the eyebrows on the forehead. I want you to feel that space opening, that it's receptive. And I want you to fill that space with a light, a light that is indigo, perhaps bordering on violet. Feel that colored light bringing you balance and insight. Take several breaths here. Allow yourself to stay in that space with Ajna, the third eye chakra. And then allow your attention to move down to the throat chakra. Allow that space to feel as though it's opening under your attention. The light, the healing light inside is blue. Take a few deep breaths and then stay in that space, the throat chakra. And then allow your focus to shift once more to the heart chakra. Feeling the heart open, becoming receptive. The color of energy or light can either be pink or green. Allow the heart space to release any thoughts, any impressions, any images, any sensations, any experiences. Simply allow yourself to sink into its quiet space. And now you can release your focus on my voice. Allow yourself to melt into Shavasana. I will come back for you in a little while, and my voice will then guide you back out. focus back to your breath. Bring your focus back to your physical body. Notice how you feel relaxed and peaceful. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Bring some movement into just the hands. And then bring some movement into the feet. And then we're going to draw the knees slowly into the heart. So I know we've all set up a different Shavasana scenario. If you need to move props, go ahead. If your blanket's on you, don't worry about hugging it in. It'll be fine. We're going to gently rock from side to side. Start to deepen the breath. Perhaps a couple of deep inhales and loud sighs. When you're ready, go ahead and roll to a side in a fetal position. And then very slowly push the ground away so that you can come back up. We're looking for a seated pose that makes us happy. See if you can keep the eyes gently shut. And then just so I can make sure you're awake, right hand to the left knee. That'll require thought right there, right? Left hand behind you. Inhale your length. Exhale, a very peaceful twist to the left. And then gently come back through center. Allow the arms to switch places. When you're ready, take your twist. And then release. Deep inhale. Loud exhale. Slowly inhale the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale them to the crown chakra. Inhale. Exhale to the third eye. Inhale. And exhale back home to the heart. The light in me bows to the light in you. And when I'm in that place in me, and you're in that place in you, then we become one. Namaste.